All right, so again, just double check, make sure that your spreadsheet looks like mine. It's got all of your categories up here at the top, and then you have filled in your items, your prices, your quantities, and your markup units. They won't look like mine because you chose your own. So your numbers will be different. Okay, so now we're where we can add in our formulas, which this is where Excel is huge because it can do a lot of the work for you. So, and doing all of your calculations. So, what we're going to do right now, when you, for example, buy a pack of animal erasers and the price for the whole pack is $9.75, and there are 70 animal erasers in that pack, you need to find out how much does one individual eraser cost, because that's how we would be selling it if we were selling it in the Panther Parlor. So in order to do that, you're going to enter a formula into this cell. So you're going to go to cell D2, and all formulas start with an equal sign. So you're going to go ahead and type equals in that cell. Um, and then in order to mathematically figure out how much the unit price per one unit is, that would be division. So there's a couple ways you can do this. We're not going to type in $9.75 divided by 70. I'll explain why later. But we're going to use the cell addresses for our formula. And those of you, again, that are mathematically inclined will understand that these are basically variables. So you can either hand type in the cell addresses or you can click on them. So I'm just going to come over here and I'm going to say, okay, so this cell here is equal to whatever's in this cell, which is B2, and it's going to be divided by, which on your computer, the division symbol is that /. If you're not sure where that is on your keyboard, mine is at the bottom right corner next to the shift key, to the left of the shift key. So whatever is in, so basically you're saying whatever the value is in cell B2, I want to divide that by whatever the value is in cell C2. So that's your formula. And once you get that in there correctly, you're just going to hit enter. Boom. There's your math. So technically since we're dealing with money here, that's a kind of an ugly number, but you know what? We're just going to leave it at that. Technically, that would be about 14 cents. If we rounded up, the 9 would round up that 3 to a 4, and that would be 14 cents. All right, actually, we're going to fix this because it's going to drive me nuts. So instead of having this long decimal, we are going to, if you select the entire column D, so you literally have to go up and hover over the D, and then you'll click it and you'll see that it selects the entire column. We're just going to come up here where the $sign is and click that. Basically what that does is it's saying for this entire column, any values that are in there, go ahead and round that up and make it, or round it up or round it down and make it actual money with just the hundredths place as opposed to the decimal. Okay, so next one. So now we're moving on to our second item, which mine is pens. And I have the cost of the 15 pens at $12.65. So now I have to find out how much is one pen of the 15 pens count. So same thing. All formulas start with an equal sign. So we're going to go ahead and hit your equal sign. And then it's the same mathematical operation. You're going to, well, this time, like I said, you can either click it or you can type it in. So this time I'm just going to type it in. So that is cell B3. So I'm going to say B3 divided by C3. And then I'm going to hit, and you'll see it even like highlights the cells that are in your formula. And then you're just going to hit equal. And so now we know that one individual pen in that pack costs 84 cents. Something else I wanted to say real quick. If your formula, if you get an error message here, there's a couple different messages you can get. If you get an error message, one of the reasons why you might get an error message, so look at that right there. If you see those, that just basically means your column is not wide enough to read or to show the data that is in those cells. So if that's the case, you just need to make your column a little wider. So if you come up, you have to go between the D and the E, or between the letters. You can't hover on the line here. It literally has to be between the D and the E. And then once you see your cursor turn to that double arrow cursor, whatever you want to call that, you'll just click and drag out. If you get a different error message, come up here and look at your formula. This is your formula bar. So depending on whatever cell you're in, it'll show you what formula is in there. It's possible that you have your formula wrong. So one of those methods, if you're getting an error message, should correct the problem. Okay, so now what I want you to do for the rest of your items, which I believe you only have 3 more, go ahead and do all 3 of the formulas for your remaining items.